Good morning and welcome to my Bank Holiday Monday crafting session. My name's Jenny McCormack from Jemini Crafts. I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based in the UK, and I'd like to welcome you with me this morning. So here for us in the UK it is a bank holiday, and I do normally continue my series of crafting through the bank holidays, which is why I'm here with you today. So if you're watching me live, then welcome. Thank you so much for joining. If you're watching me on catch up on Facebook or later on YouTube, then welcome to you all too. So today's plan is to use the Boho Indigo product medley from Stampin' Up. Oh, let me just turn my volume down. So morning Molly, Claire, Tracy, thank you so much for joining me. And the reason that I chose the Boho Indigo product medley for today was only because I had a stack of cards in my lounge, and I think it was this one here just happened to be on the top, and I thought, oh, I haven't used that for quite a long time, and it's a really lovely suite of products that's got a lot packed into it, and I am a big favour. I'm in big favour of blue and white, blue and vanilla, one of my favourite combinations. So I thought I'd revisit that for you today. And because it's Bank Holiday Monday, I've got a special offer for you as well. So let me show you where it is in the annual catalogue. It's on page 9 for those of you that haven't seen it. So I did demonstrate this a while ago. I'm looking at the number on the back, so 500, so it must have been a good few months ago. And what I like about this is it comes in two forms. One is you can buy the complete product medley. Now it's quite difficult to see obviously from this, just this shot on the catalogue, but it includes a whole series of papers, 48 6x6 inch papers. You have a stamp set, which is this one here, but it's double this size. You have dies, you have ribbon, you have die cut. So I'll show you all those components, and you also have flowers and some embossed card. That complete product medley is £65. But you could get a lot out of that. One thing it doesn't include is cards and envelopes, which is why I've got that on promotion today. If you don't have a die cutting machine, or you're not interested in the stamps, you could purchase the refill kit. And the refill kit consists of the papers, the flowers and the die cuts. So the only thing it doesn't include are the stamps, the dies and the ribbon. So you still get the embossed panels, and I appreciate you can't see those, so I will talk you through those. So it comes in two forms, so you can just buy the refill kit. If you love the papers, that's really good value for the refill kit. And if you want the whole shebang, then you want to order the product medley, which will get you the stamps and the dies and everything. So I will just show you those, and then we'll get on with some crafting. These were some of the cards that I made last time round. So these are the paper flowers. There's another version of that here, and here you can see the embossed background, hopefully. These were cut out of the papers using the dies, as were these images, die cuts here, and this die cut at the bottom is one of those included. There's another one here, So here I've chosen to match it up with Magenta Madness. And then finally this one here, which you'll recognise if you watched my live on Friday, because that's the same design using the panel of 6 papers. So let me show you what's in the pack and then we'll get crafting. Hi Jeanette. Oh, thank you Molly. Yeah, the weekend was fantastic. For those of you, excuse me, that don't know, I attended the Leaders Summit with Stamping Up, which should have been in person in New Orleans. Obviously, because of COVID-19, that in itself was cancelled, which was a blessing because of the bad hurricanes and storms, actually, they've had over in that direction in the States. So it was all done online from Thursday night. Effectively 2.5 days of quite intensive online videos, but it was fantastic, I have to say. We're so lucky that Stamping Up are really good at organising that type of event. First time they've done this sort of event with so many leaders. There were over 1,000 leaders out of 60,000 demonstrators worldwide. And we were they had a very special platform that you joined, and it was extremely well organised. You could hop in and out of the sessions. All the sessions were recorded. We had live sessions via Zoom as well, so we could get to know smaller groups. Yeah, all in all fantastic. And it was all about leadership, looking after our teams, and building our teams and our businesses. So it was very good. It wasn't product based, so we didn't talk about products, but we did obviously talk about the whole Stamping Up experience. So watch out for some exciting news starting tomorrow about joining Stamping Up. Right, let me get back to Boho Indigo. So this is the stamp set. If I turn it over, these are the 3 vases that are stamped, the 3 flowers and the single flower. The dies cut these out and also cut these cute little vases here. These types of leaves. And what I like about this vase is it reminds me of a hot water bottle. So I was thinking that would be good fun if you needed to send somebody a get well soon card. You could make that into a hot water bottle. That would be quite good fun. In our current autumn winter catalogue, so that started 1st of August, we have some felt and also some flock paper. So you could make some fun felt hot water bottles or flocked hot water bottles. I thought that would be good. So that's the stamp set and the dies, and you get these lovely sentiments as well. A bunch of birthday love to you. Sorry you're feeling blue. Thank you, and such happy news. It's a really nice combination. So for the product medley you get the stamps, and I've got my dies inside here as well. So those are my stamps. Those are all the dies, and obviously you can use the leaf dies at any time for anything else. Let me show you the papers. So this is still a lot left from all my cards that I've made already with this set. So they are rather mixed around, I'm afraid, but there's 48 sheets and you have all of these double-sided designs. So blue and white and blue and vanilla. So on one side you've got the dark background, and on the other side you've got a lighter background. This is probably my favourite piece. Difficult to tell. This one's great for men's cards. So I'm just flipping through these. Sorry if it's too fast. So you get 48 sheets of these. Been punching here. Got like a netting on one. There we go. So you just turn those over. So this is a really pretty one here, and also the all over blue. So the colours used are Misty Moonlight and Night of Navy, matched with either very vanilla or white. Most of them have got more of a vanilla hint to them. So you get those papers. You get 6 sheets of embossed vanilla card, and there's 3 designs. So there's this geometric one. I'm hoping that's getting picked up by the camera. And then you get this pretty sort of starburst come floral design. So this is all embossed ready for you. And then if I just pick this one out here, doesn't want to come out, does it? You move it away from the camera. There we go. So there's this one here. So you get 6 sheets of those. You get 2 spools of ribbon. You get this lovely, I'm trying to think of the word, edged ribbon. So it's like a frayed edge. And then you get this gold ruched ribbon as well. So you get 2 reels of those. And then in addition to that, you get all of these die cuts. Now, I've split my die cuts up and popped them into a stamp case to keep them all together. So it's difficult for you to see the entire set that you would get. But you get a couple of sheets of these coloured die cuts, and this is with gold in it. You get a whole series of these die cuts, like so. So this kit is designed for crafters really who just want to be able to experiment and do their own thing. So there's no instructions for it. Okay, however, if anybody purchases this kit, I'm more than happy to link to all of the videos I've done using this suite, because there was a series of Facebook Lives that I did, and I'll happily collate all of those together. These are the flowers, so you get 40 flowers, 20 of each type, and there's 2 different sizes. It's quite difficult to see if I put them on my hand. This one has been coloured, so you get a small one and a larger one. You get 20 each of those, and they've got like a little seed bead. Okay, so I'm actually going to colour some for ours today, so I'm actually going to leave those out so I can find them when I need them. So yes, and you can see here where I've been cutting strips up. So there's loads of those. These are the larger flowers, so I've still got plenty left, even though I've used them like here and here. Okay, let me see if I can fold those back in. So that is the complete product medley. If you just wanted the refill kit, and so that complete product medley is £65. If you wanted the refill kit, it's just £21, and that will get you all of the papers, all of the embossing papers, the flowers, and six sheets of the die cuts. Okay, which is what you get in the main set, and that's just £21. So really good value for stuff that's going to coordinate for you to make either quick and easy cards or you can step it up and do some quite complex cards because you've got so much of the product available. Morning, Claire and Jeanette. And there's a couple of samples in here which I appreciate you may not be able to see in detail, but if you have a look at page 9 of your catalogues, you can see some samples where they put some of the die cuts together, where they've done some stamping, they've added it to a box, made like a scrapbook page, and some more cards there. So do have a look at page 9 of your catalogues. So what I'm offering today, as it's bank holiday, is if you buy the refill kit, then I will send you 6 very vanilla cards and 6 very vanilla envelopes to go with them. And if you buy the complete product medley today, then you will get 6 Misty Moonlight cards, 6 Night of Navy cards, and 6 very vanilla cards, and 18 very vanilla envelopes. So there's 18 cards that you can get ready to go, and it will come with a little bit of this ribbon, even though you get it in your pack. So the details of that I'll pop on Facebook after here, though I have put the links in the product description. So buy the product medley today and you'll get 18 cards and envelopes cut and scored. And if you buy the refill, you'll get 6 envelopes and 6 very vanilla card bases. That's a little gift from me because it's Bank Holiday Monday. Hi Laura. Hi Carol. Hi Stacey. So thank you all for joining me. Right, I think it's about time I did some crafting. It's just such a lovely set. As if you like blue and white on blue and cream. But the papers themselves are perfect for men's cards as well, even though there are some florals in there. So, this is the first card that I'm going to make. Just move my catalogue out of the way. I hope you're enjoying your Bank Holiday Monday, ladies. Okay, so I've got a very vanilla card base which I've cut and scored. That's a standard A5 piece of card, scored in the centre at 10.5 centimetres and folded. I've got a Night of Navy layer, which is 0.5 centimetre shorter, and then a very vanilla layer, which is just sort of 2 millimeters short all the way around. I just wanted a narrower border for that to stand out. And on Friday I used the die cuts, but today, and I have pre-cut these, I've just got 3 strips, so you can choose which way round you want these to go. I think I prefer, because I do love this pattern, those with that border in the middle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place these on here. So this is a really easy card to create, and I've just measured it so that I've got a little gap between each of those, like so. Okay, so I'm just going to stick those down. I'm going to stamp a sentiment onto this one, and I'm actually going to grab some of the flowers and colour those in. So let me do that first so that they can, they're drying ready. Not that they take very long to dry. Morning Donna. Thank you Jeanette. Morning Vivian. So let me grab, I have my pens ready. And of course they've disappeared from sight. Here they are. So I carefully put the flowers, didn't I, somewhere. So I've got my blends pen. So these are alcohol markers. And I've got a light and a dark Misty Moonlight. Just going to use the light one. I think that's all I need. And finding my flowers again. Did anybody spot where they went? So I'm sure I left them out, didn't I? Best laid plans. Oh, here they are. Sorry. Okay, so I've got large and small. So I'll do 3. I'm not sure how many I'll use, but I'll do 3 to start with. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take 1 large and 2 small. Okay, so these are like paper flowers. It's almost like a fibre. It's difficult to describe it really. It's more paper than a plastic. If I can get it, no, it would be even better, wouldn't it? Okay, so I'm going to take 2 of those. And also you can also colour these with marker pens, Sharpies, anything you've got really. Just going to do it on this piece of grid paper, which I hope you can see clearly. Now, one thing I want to mention, which I've noticed today for the first time, is, and so this has been around, I don't know, 3 months, possibly longer, this card, and I've used wet glue. I've used this glue, Tombow, to put the flowers down, and I've noticed that I suspect the colour from the bead has run very slightly onto the flower, and I think that's because of the wet glue. So I would recommend, having seen that, and as I said, I've only just noticed it now, so whether I put too much glue on, because these are fine, so I don't know why that would be any different, but what I would recommend is using glue dots or a small amount of wet glue. I think maybe I got these too wet. It's not really obvious because it is on these gold background leaves, but just to note, don't add too much glue or use a glue dot, because you obviously don't want your recipient to have that run. You know, people do hold on to these cards for quite a long time, don't they? So that's just a note that I wasn't aware of before, but then I probably didn't think about it. So I've got my Misty Moonlight Blends pen, and all I'm going to do is just go over the flower itself, over the white bits. I'm not going to colour the beading because I like the bead being a separate colour, but with these alcohol pens you could colour the bead as well. Obviously I like it as a contrast. So I'm just going to do these. I'm going to do these all the same, but you could change your blue pens. You could have some lighter ones and darker ones. If you wanted, you could use a Seaside Spray, or as I say, if you've got Sharpies, you could use those. If you're careful, you can also just go around the edges if you wanted a sort of frilly edge, like so. Okay, so those are going to be my flowers, which I'm going to introduce a bit later. So I just want those to make sure, they're nice and dry. So let me tuck these away. Okay, and let me come back to my card. So I've got a vanilla base, a navy layer, and then a cream layer. So what I'm going to do is work on this first and then transfer it onto the other layers. Now I have pre-cut this, so if anybody needs the measurements I can give those to you. These I think are something like 2.3 centimeters wide, but I will put the measurements in if you want to recreate this. So I'm going to put those 3 down, and I'm going to use the wet glue so that I've got a little bit of wiggle room. I'm not going to put the central one down first because I haven't measured the center. So what I'm going to do is pop this one on first, and I do just know that it's got a small border just because of when I measured it. Okay, I'm going to put that one down, just position that to make sure that is all going to work. Okay, and then I'm going to place this one next. Actually no, I'm going to place this one next, because if I made a mistake and had too much, I could chop this off. Although my instinct was actually to do this one and then position that in the middle. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I would normally do. Don't know why I thought I'd do otherwise. Okay, so a scribble of glue. Okay, if that's too much, which it's really, that's erring on the side of too much in my mind, then you can just spread the glue down with a piece of scrap paper. Okay, because you don't want it squishing out. Turn this one round, and these don't have really a right or a wrong way in my mind, but obviously if you had a design that went one way only, then you'd want to make sure you were careful putting it down. Most of these, apart from the geometric ones, could go anyway. And I do like the contrast of the dark background and the light, and you could reverse those quite easily if you preferred. This one looks slightly, just very slightly longer, like a millimetre. So I'm just going to trim that down using our trimmer. Like so. The trimmer is very accurate for cutting small amounts off. And that is going to hop in there. Yeah, that's better. So again, the wet glue. Hi Carol, did you go away and come back again? Carol with an E, that is. I hope it's sunny in Salcombe. Okay, so this is allowing me to move this round to centralise it. Like so. Okay, so I'm happy with my 3 panels. I'm going to pop that straight onto my Night of Navy layer, which has got a very small margin. And again, I'm going to use my wet glue, just scribble it over. So you want to cover it, but you don't want it to be swamped. Like so. Okay, and that is then going to go onto my navy, my vanilla card base. Also, you could do this without doing all the layers if you wanted to. You could just literally put the panels onto the card. Like so. And as I said, there's not a right or a wrong way for this design. Okay. This one could also go that way as well if you wanted to at this point, so you could change it around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this sentiment panel that I'm going to stamp, and then I'm going to add some flowers to it, like so. I could also add some ribbon round there beforehand, before I'd stuck it down if I wanted to, or I could just have a little piece of ribbon sitting behind here. Okay, so let me stamp a sentiment on here. And hello Michelle. nice, Carol. Enjoy. That's what you want it to be, don't you? Let me see. So I've got a Sorry You're Feeling Blue, which is a nice sentiment, and of course it goes with the blue and vanilla, so that is always good, and it fits there quite nicely. I could choose a longer, thinner one if I wanted to. I do like the sentiments. I like this one as well, A Bunch of Birthday Love to You and Such Happy News. I think we all need a bit of happy news, don't we, these days. Okay, so I've got Sorry You're Feeling Blue. Just going to pop that onto my block, and I'm going to stamp that either in Navy or Misty Moonlight, whichever one I find first. I've got Misty Moonlight to hand, and this is one of this year's in colours. And so I'm just going to ink this up, light tapping. Just going to try it out on my grid paper, so that will tell me that there's no dust or anything on my stamp, and also that my ink pad is nicely inked up ready. And all of our ink pads, our main colours, can be re-inked. Okay, Sorry You're Feeling Blue. Cover that up. So I don't know what plans everybody's got for today. I might do this high actually with my flowers on. So I'm going to pop some dimensionals behind here. I think it's always weird in these times of COVID, you know, that people aren't doing what they used to do on bank holidays or going to car boot sales, although I have to say car boot sales here have opened up again. But yes, it's all very different for sure. Okay, so I think I'm going to put this one high, but you could do it low. You could do it down to the right hand side. You could have it this way round. That would also work. So really do what works for you, the style that you like. There we go. And now I'm going to add in these flowers. So what I might do is put a large one to the left. I could actually dot them on here. Like so. What do you think? Should I put them on the panel, or shall I put them up here with the sentiment? I could do another smaller one if we feel that's a bit too big. See, I feel that's overcrowded now. Da, da, da. I could do that. What do you think? Shucks. Oh, Jeanette's crafting with a friend. Excellent, Jeanette. Have you got something particular in mind that you're doing? What do you think? Let me know. Oh, hi Linda. Oh, Jeanette says on the panel, thank you. I hope you're well, Linda. That is fine. So we're using the Boho Indigo Suite product medley today. Actually, I could put that as if it's on one of those things like that. What do we think? Hello, Pauline. Linda likes them on the panel. Yes, I think I'm going for that. So, Yep, I'm going to go with that, and I'm going to pop these on with glue dots. Okay, as my earlier suggestion, I can find them. So the best thing to do if you've got a lot of flowers like this is literally to unwrap your glue dots and stick your flowers on ready, like so. Okay, and then when you're ready you can peel them off and put them on. So what you want to do is handle the glue dots the minimum amount, because the more you handle it, the less sticky obviously it becomes, because you've got natural oils in your fingers, and if you pick that up with your finger then some of the oil is going to come off on the glue dot and be less effective. Are you talking about flowers, Pauline? Thank you, Tracy. Oh, great granddaughter 4th birthday card. Oh my goodness. Oh yes, you do like this sweet, even though there's flowers in it. For those of you that don't know, Linda doesn't do a lot of floral images, do you, Linda? Okay, so that is our first card. Sorry, you're feeling blue. Okay, my next card, I'm switching the background to Night of Navy. I've got a piece of vanilla that's going to go inside that I'm going to stamp. And then what I'm going to do is, I think, have my vanilla layer. Then I'm going to cut this piece down so this becomes a layer on top of that. And then I'm going to use our postage stamp punch and put 4 of those papers on a panel to make it look like a postage stamp. I really do like that punch, you might have noticed. And on top of it I'm either going to do For You, just from the Warming Hugs set from Christmas, or the Special Delivery, which is from the stamp set with the coffee cups and everything. And no, it's from the Posted For You, just ignore me. This one is from the Christmas one with the coffee cups. So I'm just going to pop this layer down onto here. And I'm just going to measure this because I can't remember what size this is. So this is 9.5. Oh yeah, by 13.85. So I'm going to bring this down to 9. So I'm going to bring it down 1/2 centimetre by 13.35. Like so. Let's have a look and see what that looks like. Okay, so save all these little bits because you can make great cards out of those little strips later. Right, let's see how that will look size wise. So this is 1/2 centimetre shorter all the way around. This is my panel and I'm going to punch out. Yep, that should just fit. So let me put this layer together. This is so pretty. I like all of these papers, I have to say. So a scribble of glue on the reverse. Pop this one down, and again there's not really a right or a wrong direction for this. That makes it really useful. Like so. And that's going to go on this panel. So each of these is 1/2 centimetre smaller. And again, my scribble of glue. Yes, I realised. I'd forgotten how much you loved Boho Indigo, and I just happened to see a card on my table that had it in. I thought, oh, I need to revisit this because it is so nice. So I have got a special on just for today for any of my customers that haven't yet purchased or want to purchase a refill pack, and that is some free cards and envelopes with the purchase of either the complete product medley or the refill itself. So I'm going to grab the punch and some papers. So what the difficult thing is choosing. I could also use some of these in there, and you could go over these. You could brayer these to pick up the colour if you wanted to. So let me see which ones we're going to choose. I should really hunt for the offcuts, shouldn't I? So I've got this one. This one is a bit busy to be a stamp, I think. This one I've got, haven't I, there? So I could do 4 different ones. I'm sure I've got enough cut of that. And which other one? Sorry, I'm being slightly indecisive here. That one. That one I could do with another slightly dark background, couldn't I? This one maybe. Yeah. Okay. Here's one I've already cut up earlier. I can imagine you doing exactly that. Linda said she sometimes walks around the house shouting Boho Indigo. Such a good name, isn't it? Right, so this is our postage stamp punch that matches Posted For You. It's a great punch. You can make smaller stamps as well by putting the piece back in and cutting it shorter. You've seen me do that before. So if you search on my YouTube channel or here for Posted For You, I'm coming in a little bit because I know that's a piece I could reuse. So I don't tend, as a rule, to go right to the edge, because I can then cut that as a panel and have a layer on top to make more use of this. Okay, whereas a lot of people would go right to the edge, which is fine, but if you come in a little bit, that still allows you to punch 4 or 6 pieces out of there and still have a base, because it doesn't matter that the base isn't actually complete, if that makes any sense. Okay, so this is my feeling. One and then this one. They remind me of swatches of fabric. You know, when you go to a I don't know, a carpet showroom or something, and they have swatches of the different carpets up there. So I'm thinking this sort of alternate light and dark. Let's see if there's any other better. That's too dark. I think I'm happy with that combination. Okay, so what I'm going to do is stick those down and then put a postmark across the centre. So nice and easy. This is a great one to do with scraps of papers. You know, when you've got odd strips of paper, just use a postage stamp punch or a rectangle punch, a square punch. whatever you've got to hand really. So I'm just going to do that and that, like so. And yes, I'm going to put these flat because I want to stamp the postmark over it. I could potentially stamp the postmark and cut it out, but I think it's quite effective having it on there. So I'm just going to lay that very lightly down just to check the position. So I've got it quite tight to the edges, and I'll put the dimension of this panel in the description after, and also on YouTube, so that if you want to recreate it you can do. I shouldn't have turned that round, should I? Yeah, that's it. So I like this one as well. Decisions, decisions. Okay, so you could use an embossed panel, you could have a plain piece of card, you could have a stamped image. This postage stamp panel is so easy to do. Now it wouldn't surprise me if I'd already done a postage stamp card with this set, you know. I'd have to have a look. Luckily I have a little book that I write in, or I can look through my Facebook photos. That's not very straight. Straighten it up a little bit. There we go. So there's my panel, which is going to go onto here, like so. And so the choice is for you, like so, or the special delivery. Now I'm thinking, because this is quite busy, I'm going to use the for you, and I'm going to do it in Night of Navy, so it's nice and sharp. Let's have a look at Misty Moonlight. Let's see. What I might do is grab a scrap. Oh, that might just do the job, mightn't it? So this is one of the panels. So what I'm going to do, I want to see how that's going to come out. Might get away with it. Let's give it a go. If it doesn't work, I'm going to put it on a piece of vanilla and then cut it out. There we go. What do you think? Let me find a piece of vanilla and try it. Oh, I've got a scrap here. Now this does actually have a die cut to cut it out with the circle. Let's have a look and see if I've got a punch that will do that nicely. This is 1 3/8 with a scallop edge. Ooh, just slightly too short. So 1 1/2 would be perfect. This 1 1/2. Yep. Try that. We'll have a look and see. That would work. So I'm just wondering whether to punch out that centre as well. Let me see. like a polo. Exactly like a polo. So this is 3/4. So let's do it another way. Punch that out first, then stamp. Put that out of the way for the minute. So this is if you don't have the framelets. Okay, and then the large punch. So the framelit that comes with this set, all the dies, actually cuts the whole thing outside and in one go. But if you didn't have that, then this would be a way around it. Yeah, I like that. Slightly different, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to pop this one up on dimensionals. So it wasn't exactly accurate, but it was close enough. Close enough for a Monday. I'm going to put 6 on here. So here's a handy hint for you for Monday. Do you often look at these and think, have I got the backing of that off or not? Now this is not something I came up with. One of our team came up with it. And that is, if you take a pen, it's not the best pen to use, but draw a line across your dimensionals. Let me find a better pen than that. This one will do it. You could use a blends pen actually. So if you draw a line across your dimensionals like that, okay, when you peel it off, I'll pop this down. Can you see, you know if that has got the backing on because you've got the stripe across it. So I've used a Sharpie on there, but you could use a blends pen for example. You don't want anything that's going to start to run. And then it's really easy to see which backing pieces you've got left to take off. Ooh, 12 by, oh my goodness, yeah, if they had it in 12 by 12, Julia, that would be amazing, wouldn't it? So at the moment what I have to do is have to put my finger on it and see. But if you use that method, just draw across your dimensionals, and if you do it in that direction, it's nice and easy. It's less easy doing it this way because of the way they fall. Then you know automatically when you've got the backing off. So that's today's top tip. As I say, not one that I generated. It's been around in our Pinkies group for quite a while. I could add some ribbon behind this if I wanted to, but I'm just going for that clean. That's one thing, the blue and vanilla, or blue and white, just looks so crisp, doesn't it? So I'm just going to use some offcuts of these. I'm just going to have that piece raised up. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So it is such a nice sweet. And you know, this just, it keeps on giving. I'm sure I've done this sweet for a week, and as you can see, I've still got plenty left, and I haven't purchased the refill. This is just the basic kit. So let's get this the right way round. I was thinking it was a different way round, but it isn't. Okay, so I can cover that up like so. If you wanted to, you could put a gem or something in the middle. Ooh, you could put a flower in the middle. What do you think? Would that be too much? Blue ribbon behind. Hi Monica. Thanks for joining us today. Let's have a look. Yeah, blue ribbon behind. Shouldn't have sealed this back up again, should I? Oh, that's the small ones. Let's see what you think, whether a large blue flower in the middle or even a white one. It's quite nice, isn't it? What do you think, with or without the flower? Let me do a blue one and then we can decide which colour we prefer. I've got a strip of this paper left over which I could put at the bottom on the inside. My pen. So this is for a blue flower. I say it's like a fibre paper. I'm trying to think of the best description. I described it for like mulberry paper, but it's not really, it's not as thin and fibrous as mulberry paper. There we go. Let me grab my tweezers. Gosh, I have gone on a long time today. Sorry ladies. I'm sure you've got plenty of things to be doing. Yep, I reckon blue flower or white. Well, it is white actually. Let me know which colour you prefer. I'm undecided. Oh, I could do that, that's very true. Yes, I'm sort of thinking white. Could do a stripy one, exactly as Linda says. I could also punch a different flower out of papers. But one cute little stamp in this set is this one here. Because you can stamp it around, so I'm going to use that for the inside while we deliberate on that. I'm thinking maybe white. Jeanette says white. Let's find a small block. Can't find my tiny ones. Go. So this is going to be my inner, and I'm just going to do I just do a line of these down one side. Oh, going slightly wonky, but never mind. This is white. I'm going to stick with white, I think. So I've done some patterning for the inside. Let's pop this one down. So again, I'm going to use, let me just have another look at the blue. Oh, either of them work, don't they? I'm going to do the white one. Let's grab a glue dot. It's quite handy having the seed bead on because you can pick it up with the seed bead. I'm going to pop that in there. There we go. Stick this on the inside and we're done. There we go. So my 2 cards from today. So actually, each of these could have been done with the refill pack, apart from the sentiment. So that's the only thing that you wouldn't get in the refill pack, because you do get the die cuts, you get the papers. So, just to reiterate my special offer for today. Hi Molly, would you go and come back again? Or is it just telling me that you've arrived? I don't know. So the special offer for today is if you order the refill pack, you will get 6 vanilla cards and 6 vanilla envelopes. If you order the whole suite, you will get 6 Misty Moonlight, 6 Night of Navy, 6 Very Vanilla cards, so these will be scored ready, and 18 vanilla envelopes. So that's if you order the product medley today, and if you order the refill pack you'll get 6. So I hope that's of interest for you today. It's such a nice suite, so I'm glad I revisited it. And as I say, there's still plenty to go round. Let me just show you again some of the others from my previous crafting session with this. That one, you'll recognise this. This is my go-to design. And then this one here. So there we go. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoy your bank holiday Monday. I will be ordering about 9 o'clock this evening if there's anything you want to add to my order for today. And then tomorrow sees the 1st of September. So we have a brand new special joining offer starting tomorrow, which is £130 of products for £99. Plus you get 2 selected free stamp sets and a pack of 16 cards and envelopes ready to create cards with friends, or if you wanted to start running classes, then you could use those for running your first class. So full details of that will come out tomorrow. But thank you for joining me today. This will be uploaded to YouTube in the next 5-10 minutes, and you'll be able to catch me obviously on replay. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing you virtually tomorrow. So that's Tuesday the 1st of September. I'll be here at 3 p.m. for our live crafting session. Thank you so much for joining me. Thanks for your input and your company. Take care, look after each other, look after yourselves, please stay safe, and I hope you can keep crafting. Thank you so much. Bye bye.